Welcome back, everybody, to another vet sprint in Challenger League, round 7 of the 20th season. Here we are here in Silesia, in Poland, with a track made by Bituko. Uh, Here with a one-shot quali, very important to get the track right. I heard that this track is quite deceiving. It looks way easier than it is, especially the last part, which is for a one lap quali, it's very, very hard to nail the last section of the track after you've done all the other tracks beforehand, uh, whatever that means. Oh, and I see Piggy running by. That is not going to be a good quali lap. We are in the ever the threat to the last chicane, and it is the gamer once again, but only by 100th. As Tomatoes also does a really good time. 36-32 and 36-33 respectively. Then Kozil and Ricky tying for P3. Also really good results for both of them. We are going to have to wait to see who wins on tiebreak there. Bono and Jeru in third row, already a quarter of a second behind the gamer, but still very good times for a one-shot quali. Mika and the Loxian, 7th and 8th, and closing the top 10 are Nikhil and Mason, just under 37 seconds, and the people over 37 seconds are Piggy, Kedo, Toaster, Mystic, and Krunk with a uh, no time. It looks like some issues arose during quali there for the Canadian driver, so he will have to start from last place. Okay, how many left race? Is it true that it's 10 left? All right, get already up. Jesus Christ, Kedo. Could you ready up any slower than that? I swear to God, I'll kick him in 10 seconds. I won't set sure. So we are here on the starting grid for the sprint race in Silesia, and a 1-2 from that red and black team leads us off the gamer and Tomatoes, but Tomatoes is contested by Ricky off the line, and the gamer might have a bit of a chance to run away already on that one, as there is a big fight for P2, Tomatoes, Kozil, and Ricky Boy fighting it out, a bit of a gap behind them. Mika trying to keep his position, and he's doing a good job, but he gets pushed off by Kozil's trailer. Very, very unfortunate for the Hypinger, as yeah, Kozil had no way of controlling his car there. But as we see, left one dog gamer already away by 1.5 seconds. So we are going to focus on the pack from P2 onwards from now on, as Kozil is having a really good start. In P2 with a bit of a gap behind him again as well in P3 at the moment. That's overtaken by Tomatoes, and Jeru tries to capitalize on the mistakes there, does one on his own. And really, really big fight for P3 might give a chance for Kozil to get a podium. I'm not sure if he has a podium already. If this was his first podium, I'm sure it would be absolutely delightful for him, as he has done a really good job at running away from the pack, running away from the chaos, as Jeru has taken P3 just about a second behind Kozil. Tomatoes follows him, and then a bit of a break there from the slip train. And with that, Ricky is fifth, trying to chase down, trying to get a spot on the podium as well. Would be really important for Ricky to get some good points here. Probably, I think everybody wants to get some good points, so the more points, the merrier. Uh, that is why they are racing, as the gamer is already leading by 2.5 seconds. Not even a challenge for him. I think we should just ban him, as Jeru has caught up to Kozil really close now. This looks like it to be a fight, a freeway fight for P2 potentially, unless we see any big leg rockets or something. If they keep it clean, it could benefit everybody in that trio, as they have a gap on Toaster, who is currently in fifth, leading a sort of pack there, uh, edging his teammate a bit, Aloxian, but Aloxian does get past and up into P5, yeah. Not anymore. He runs into the grass on the exit of that corner and loses two spots to Toaster and Nikhil. Just not a good way for this pack to. But Toaster makes a mistake as well. Nikhil passes, although no approaches very fast there. So as I said, this is not a good way for this pack to cooperate. They are uh, probably not catching the P2 pack at this point, and the gamer already has a 4 second lead. Boring. I mean, if I were him, I would just slow down and fight with the others for fun, because this must be very boring. He pretty much has the entirety of the bottom straight as the advantage here, as Jeru has taken P2 now. Kotil has dropped a few places. Nikhil, with a good set of corners there, up to the podium. Very good performance by the Canadian as we approach the end of lap 6 out of 10. The wet tires are starting to slide a bit, but still completely manageable, as Kozil loses the podium pack. Now it will be very hard to get them back if Jerry and Nikhil cooperate, but they probably won't, because this is CL and who likes to work together in CL? Certainly not those guys. So I think there is still chances for a lot of people to end up on the podium somehow, uh, especially for the gamer. Uh, as Ricky reports some sort of TPs, but it's in 12th and we probably were not looking there anyway, so sorry Ricky, we didn't see it. Yeah, we are going to keep focusing on the P2 fight and the P5 fight, which is actually still a very big pack, led by Toaster at the moment, but the leader of the pack changes every second corner. It's crazy. This is what the game is about, this sort of chaotic but clean pack fight. Oh, it's not clean. This sort of chaotic pack fighting that perfectly shows you what this game is about. Its Toaster is just murdered, door closed on him, tomatoes, uh, smooth criminal, as Michael Jackson would say. Almost kills Albono there, but Albono does find a way in through the corner, does he? Tomatoes good line, side by side, and Tomatoes just murders Albono as well. Holy shit. Aloxian does pass Tomatoes from this, and we are already at the end of lap 9, so clearly this race was very interesting. Time flies, I think. Last time I looked at the lap counter, it was still lap 6, as the gamer starts the last lap with a 6 second lead, ban him immediately, put him into UL. I will sign him for LSA and whatnot. Jeru, and Nikhil with a big mistake, or perhaps not he pushed off. I don't know because I missed it, but he did lose the position to Jeru. He lost the position to Kozil, and Kozil could be going for a podium here. Maybe his first, I don't know, but would certainly be a very, very strong performance from Kozil. But Nikhil has managed to get back at him. They are side by side heading into the last of corners. The gamer wins, and they run the last corners. Nikhil should be able to take P3 from here. Kozil stayed fourth, Jeru was second, obviously. Then Tomatoes, Luxian, Albono, Toaster, Kedo, and Mika is your top 10. Very close from P8 downwards. And very interesting pack races here in the wet at Silesia. But in the end, it was the gamer complete dominance, 7.5 seconds in the lead. and fastest lap pole position. Just give that man the title and ban him at this point. Um, yeah, I already said the top 10. Out of the top 10, we have Ricky in 11, Mason in 12, Piggy, Mystic, and Mr. Crunk closes the grid on 15th. Very, very interesting race, probably. Okay, so race time, I need to do the settings. 3 lap quali, right? Okay, should be good. 27 laps. Um, yeah, 27 laps. I mean, would anybody care if it was only 26? Cool. Yeah, perfect. And we are back for the qualifying of the main race, the feature race in Silesia. Um, 3 laps this time, so a bit less pressure. The drivers are obviously in the dry, more able to push to their limits, and we should be seeing some really good times here, way into the 34s, definitely under 35, of course, because these drivers should be able to do times under 35, as I was told. And I'm following the gamer here, hitting these apexes very well. Um, Approaching this turn, yeah, very good. I think this will be a sub 35 off the bat. No hit pucks on the last corner, but a very good effort still. 35 23. Only Nikhil is under 35 at the moment, almost a 4 tenth advantage with 34.80. Mason in second, Abono in third, and Toaster is fifth at the moment after the first laps. But obviously, we are going to have 2 more laps, plenty of time to improve for all these drivers, looking to get as far ahead as possible in the quali so they don't have to endure the pack racing that CL has to offer, and they are finishing the second laps now. Uh, so Gamer improves a lot, goes up to a 34.83, but still Nikhil's 34.80 is the fastest time anybody has done here, as Jeru has gone under 35 as well. Albono has improved, and Mason is fifth. At the moment, we are doing the last laps, so the pressure must be very, very high for these drivers, very high to perform. And approaching the last 3 corners, I was told these are the hardest corners on this track. Let's see, as Nikhil improves, the gamer doesn't, and Nikhil takes pole with a 34.70, which is probably a very good lap. I have not done a single lap on this track, but people in the chat are telling that it is a good time, so I trust them fully. As the gamer is second, Jeru keeps P3 as the third and last person who gets under 35, but that's a really good time, I guess. Albono just barely above 35 at 35.02 in fourth. Mikael Mason in the third row. Tomato just barely off sixth. 100th of Mason, and then Toaster, Piggy and Kedo closing the top 10. Kedo is exactly 6 tenths behind Nikhil. So quite a big spread there, I'd say, but it's quite a long track as well. And out of the top 10, we have 4 drivers, Loxian, Kozil, Mystic, and Frank. And we've also seen Ricky leave the lobby after the sprint and not come back. So uh, I don't know what happened to him. We are hoping fine there. Uh, yeah, and we are here on the starting grid for the feature race in Silesia. Nick Gamer lead us away on the softs, Jeru on the medium. Everybody around him is on the softs, so he will have a hard time in the first few laps trying to keep up with the leaders. As the Gamer does keep the lead, Nick keeps P2 and Jeru still keeps P3. Mika, I think, does do a move there up into P4. Bono with a bit of grass falling down there, and maybe a top four here could be running away with the gamer Nikhil, Jeru, and Mika as Albono has lost. There is a big pack behind Albono, so I think there will be chaos there. And Mika with a really good move on Jeru up into the podium position. I've heard Mika won JL today, so he must be very fast on this track, and that shows with a good quality, good start, and just looks like good pace. He's still keeping up with the leaders, the gamer and Nikhil, as we see fifth and sixth, Albono and Mason seem to have escaped that death pack a bit. Behind them, Kado, Piggy, Toaster, Kozil, and Tomatoes all within a few car lengths, so it's not going to end well now. Piggy hits grass first, and Tomatoes also hits grass. Just a bit of chaos, but honestly, I expected way worse from CL. This at least looked like people were trying to drive clean, unlike many other occasions in CL, so very tame compared to the usual, as the gamer and Nikhil are the only two in the lead pack now. Mika has lost them, Albono has called Jerry even, so Jerry lost a lot of time while I was away looking at others. Sorry, Jeru, that I wasn't looking at you. Very sorry. As the gamer hits the fastest lap and Nikhil follows, so certainly the best pace we saw in the sprint, what the gamer was capable of when driving alone. Complete and utter dominance there from the Spanish driver, but now it looks like he might be pressured by Nikhil. Nikhil just made a mistake, as I said, that I hope he still keeps the slip, so the race is at least a bit interesting, as Mika is still P3 with a 1 second lead over Albono, followed by the two medium runners in the top six, Jeru and Mason. Behind them, the others who are also probably having a lot of fun, but we are going to focus on the top six because that gives the most points. As Mika makes a series of very, very bad corners, a lot of time lost there. Albono catches him. The Albono immediately tries to go for a move into the hairpin. It does not work yet, but Mika goes wide a bit there. Albono is once again side by side with him on the outside. Doesn't work, but now he gets Jeru on his inside, and Jeru goes through on Albono. Mika still keeps P3, and Jeru with a very opportunistic move there capitalized on Albono's over aggressiveness, I'd say. He was just pushing Mika a bit too hard, and opportunity for Jeru as Jeru tries to go for another move, but Mika closes the door just enough not to completely kill Jeru. But then Mika makes a mistake, and Albono makes a mistake, and Mason gets pushed onto the grass, and Albono makes another mistake. And yeah, this is the grass league or something. Just very hard to keep it on the track with these cars, I think. Don't have a lot of experience with the FES4 cars, but they certainly look very heavy or something. So it's very hard to keep it on the track for these drivers. A lot of grasses. We see a lot of missed apexes. As I also see that Nikhil has lost the gamer slip. He is 1.2 seconds behind the Spanish driver. Still completely catchable, but Nikhil will have to lock in. And they both pit, and Mika pits as well, and every soft runner pits. Boring, I guess. Like, I pit at the same time. Let me guess, all the medium runners will also pit at the same time. Just be inventive, put on the hards or something. Everybody on the mediums, please. Frank also picks the mediums. Everybody is on the mediums. It's just shit track strategically, I guess. What even is happening? Like, is this race boring? I see a lot of comments about the race being boring, and honestly, I'm tempted to agree. Not a lot of stuff happening, but must be very intense for those who drive, at least, I guess. I am seeing Mika try to go for a move on tomatoes, a bit of a grassy move there, but Mika does go through. Obviously, Mika does have the tire advantage over tomatoes, who has not pitted yet. So this was quite easily done for Mika. Is only 2 seconds behind Nikhil, so realistically there could still be a fight for higher positions, but I think Mika is more concerned with a steal podium, which would already be quite epic as it is, as Mason pits from the mediums to the softs. Yeah, a great strategy, guys. Just invert whatever the others are doing. So most people are doing softs and mediums. Mason does mediums and softs. Let's see how it ends up. It could be a very good choice. It could be a very bad choice. We will see in like 6 or 7 laps, I guess. As Jeru is in the lead at the moment, just a bit ahead of the gamer, but Jeru pits from the mediums. Kedo also pits from the mediums. And after all of this pitting action, Nikhil is 1.5 seconds behind the gamer, so couldn't quite get closer, only lost a bit of time. Nikhil does have to drive faster or make a mighty undercut if he wants to get this race win. And Mika is third, Albono is fourth, just well separated. It's just everything in this race is made to be boring. Not a lot of fights here, really. I'm going to scroll lower on the field and see Toaster, Jerry, and Mason relatively well together, and on his alternative strategy of the stuff, making a move on Jerry. Very well done. A bit too clean for the league. Another dive on Toaster, but Jerry comes back now. Must be very annoying to be on the softs and see all these annoying medium drivers just constantly fight back against you. And that's right, what a funny crash, dude. And that gets Mason away from Toaster and Jerry. That is what I like to see. Still drivers unable to work together and use the slip, which would be beneficial. That's just every week at this point, as we see Mason's strategy pay off. He's still on the soft, still doing good pace, catching Bono even. And why are there no fights? Come on, guys! Like, I mean, I'm supposed to commentate, but okay, Kedo versus Toaster. Kedo versus Toaster might look interesting, although I don't think Toaster will put up a resistance here, as Kedo is on soft. But well, I think Toaster's connection is putting up a bit of resistance against Kedo. I mean, Kedo is losing a lot of time. He's just on fresher, better tires and can't get past Toaster. Now maybe around the outside there, nicely done. I mean, not nicely because it was boring, but yeah, that's what we like to see. Push him off. Does edge Toaster a bit off there, but I don't think he lost a lot of speed there, so probably no penalty. Looking higher up the field, Mason is still about as close to Albono as he was last time I checked. Jerry is just as close to Mason as he was as well. Nikhil got further from the game, or Mika got further from Nikhil. What am I supposed to commentate on? Like, Toaster versus Kedo could be a very fun thing to watch for a whole race, I'm sure. As we see Piggy behind them make a mistake, lose a bit of time. Everything is happening in order for that to be the least possible fights. You see Toaster lost Kedo, so on that fight, we do see Kozil and the Loxian. And I am going to commentate this battle between Kozil and the Loxian because it does look like the best one we have at the moment. Although as I say, Jerry just overtakes Mason, which is, it's just showing that Mason's softs are way more dead than Jerry's mediums, and Mason does head into the pits now as the gamer also head into the pits for hards, going to the end, I assume. Uh, that's what the hards are supposed to be good for, just these 11 lap long stints on the 35-second long track. It's a very good strength hards. And Jeru is now on Albono's, us not anymore, as Albono does a bit of lawn mowing. Not sure about the pronunciation there, but Jeru's teammate is now also trying to get past Albono. They pit together, so we should see some good fresh tire fighting between Kedo and Albono. They both picked the medium. And we also see Mika come out of the pits just behind Tomatoes. So Mika should, if he wants to fight for a podium, he should get past Tomatoes very fast, and he does get past Tomatoes very fast. So good job for him. As Albono and Kedo are working together. No, not working together. That would not be fitting for this league. Just not looking to make a move at the moment. I don't think Kedo has the best slip. We see a bit of twitching from Kedo, and move down on the outside of turn one. I don't think that will work. It didn't work. Yeah. I'm experienced at this game, but Kedo just absolute punch of an overtake there and murders Albono. Very well done. That is going to be one of the highlights of this boring ass race. And the gamer is still leading 2.7 from Jeru, Nikhil, Mika, Mason, and Albono. All of the gaps between the drivers I just said are like about 2 seconds. So just let them drive for now. But here, behind Albono, we see a bit of pack form, Kedo, Toaster, Piggy, all on relatively fresh tires. So this fight will go on to the very end of the race. Hopefully we'll see some sort of fight, because I'm honestly thinking of never commentating a CL race again after whatever the fuck this is. Genuinely. Please, just make it entertaining, guys. As Kedo is trying to get a move done on Albono around the outside into turn one. Albono tries to keep the line, but Kedo did have very good speed there, and I think Kedo has succeeded. Yeah, Kedo has succeeded, and Albono will have to slot in behind Kedo. The only issue is that this overtake was way too clean for the league once again. So we are going to have to penalize Kedo for driving too cleanly. Get that shit back in UL. Hell yeah, that's perfect. That's perfect. We withdraw the penalty from Kedo. He finally drove dirty, killed Albono, and now Toaster has passed Albono. Still, this fight for P6 looks quite entertaining, as well as Mason trying to slip Jeru, softs versus hards. I mean, I don't have anything against Mason, but it's very hard slip the fresh softs on worn hards, so I don't think he will hold on until the end of the race, but hey, prove me wrong. As we still see the Toaster Kedo Albono murder train, as Crunk does miss the pit. Yeah, he does take a very weird line to get into the pits, so it doesn't really matter for him, all things considered. Well, Albono tries to make a move on Kedo, but Kedo twitches a bit, and holy shit, Toaster. Through all the chaos, I think Albono got a move done, Piggy got 2 overtakes done, and Kedo got shafted again by Toaster. I think it might be personal at this point. Like, you can't be telling me that all of that is accidental between them, as Piggy also hits grass coming into the finish straight. It's very bad to hit grass before the long straight, because you lose a lot of momentum, just like Piggy has done now, and he is down to last in the pack again. As he got the order of Albono, Toaster, Kedo, and Piggy back. If they fight a lot, we could also possibly see Tomatoes join this group, which would be quite epic. offense considered. Not a lot of overtakes now, but Albono makes a mistake, and Kedo, I think everybody made a mistake there for a moment. Yeah, Albono was pushed off now. That's very clear. No worries, Crunk. You're a legend, so the rules don't apply to you. You can drive backwards all you want. As Toaster dive and a mistake that allows Piggy to get away. And Piggy now has a very, very cool 8-10 gap, so if he can hold on to it, he could get a P6. As no, I think Albono did make a lot of ground on him right now. And this fight is just honestly the only entertaining thing about this race. So Tomatoes Cat Toaster look to be the three who fight now, as Albono and Piggy have left the group and are looking to never return to this group. It must be really annoying to drive in such a big pack here, especially when the drivers are like not clean. But it's really good for a viewer to see dirty battles like that one right there. Kedo got pushed off a bit, but I think that was some trailer business there. Toaster now trying to close the line on Tomatoes. Tomatoes does make the move. Kedo almost makes the move. Toaster tries to get back with a dive bomb. Outside, inside, outside, and very well done there from Toaster. Good momentum for the straight. And he is ahead by this hair. Oh, the gamer won. GG. Nickel second. Yeah. And Mika just clutches the podium in front of Jeru. I think it would have been interesting to follow that battle, as Jeru did have a very good last hint on the soft, but sorry guys, not the best commentator, I guess. Mason takes 5th, Piggy is 6th, Albono is 7th, and then Toaster, Tomatoes, and Kedo close the top 10. Kedo is not delighted with URA. I don't know what happened there. I'm just a bit lost here. Sorry, guys. As Kozil is 11th, Loxian 12th, Mystic finishes 13th right now, and Krunk is still. Is he driving? I think he's just given up on track, so that is going to be your results for this round of Challenger League with a Gamer, Nikhil, Mika podium. Yeah. Some typing in the chat. I think that Toaster was targeting Kedo. I was right. I was right then. I also pointed it out. Yeah, well, I said it was personal, but if it was personal, honestly, the countdown should end already.